Collective, this is Tan from Artemis Oracle doing your reading for the week ahead. So today is July 20th, and we're currently under the waning crescent moon of Gemini, or in Gemini. So since we are in the waning phase of the moon, it's still that releasing. So some of you may be considering, or may consider thinking about what ways you can improve your communication and remove any toxic thoughts, toxic patterns, limiting beliefs, changing the way you communicate, trying to improve the way you communicate so that it's in a more clear, concise way that can be understood, and you feel like you're expressing yourself in the best way that you can. So the first card that came out was Miracle. Dreams come true, get what you want. You know, so as we're going entering the new moon phase in Leo, that's the time to set intentions, right? But I love that it could be anything. It could be something that you really care about, something that you love, something that you've been wanting for a long time. It could be some level of unity, you know, because you see these two hands creating this heart. So, you know, whatever it is that you've been wanting, it's like it may be coming, it may be aligning with you. Or maybe you need to consider in what ways can you realign yourself so that you get what you want, and well, everybody gets what they want. Because if this is some type of partnership, you want there to be equality, you know, you and the person that you may be dealing with, whether it's family, friend, lover, whatever, colleagues, or whatever, you want there to be some level of alignment, some level of agreement and understanding, especially with this, we're at the current phase we are in the moon. So let's see what else comes out. What else? Okay. If anything weird comes out, I know why. Let's see. I remember there was a reader talking about how there's certain people that come around her in her area when she's about to do readings. It's like she gets a lot of interruptions. So some of you may be getting some sort of interruptions or disruptions, distractions coming through. So whatever it is, remain focused. Don't allow anything or anyone to take away your attention on what really matters to you, especially when it comes to your work, personal life. Commitment came out with, ooh. All right, roll the dice, take a chance, risk, leap of faith. So it's like full energy with a commitment. It's the oath, agreement, pledge, and promise. So maybe some of you, I swore this came out. I'm like, and we are in a retrograde. So if I start talking weird, you know, we could blame it on that, okay? If you start talking weird, then it's you, okay? You could blame Mercury in retrograde because I think it actually started on Friday, the 18th. So that's going to be until, I believe it's going to be till September. I think the retrograde, I'm not sure, you know. But it's going to be a while. So some of you may be considering taking some type of offer or oath. I swore this came out in another reading, you know, like someone may be swearing an oath. You know, when you become a police officer, you do an oath. You know, when you become a judge. So somebody may be doing that, or you may be very close to that, or maybe you're taking a chance in a relationship and wanting to take it to a different level of commitment. Maybe someone is proposing, because the knight is right there in front of the queen, and the queen, I don't know, I get Queen of Swords, you know. Maybe somebody is getting proposed to when they are an air sign. I think somebody wants to take a leap of faith. They want to take a chance. Says, but let's find out what it is. I think someone is going to be speaking from the heart, because the same card is at the bottom of the deck. And for me, this is about someone speaking their truth, expressing emotions, because when I think of music is like one of the most beautiful ways that people can express their experiences, their emotions, their thoughts. Let's see. Let me keep in that one. Some of it may be singing your praises and maybe wanting to give you an offer that may require some level of commitment on your part. You know, maybe you're going through some level, I don't want to say some level. Maybe some of you are being evaluated, or there are people talking about you. And they may be singing your praises. Somebody may be speaking well or highly about you behind your back, and you may not know this. And then you may be receiving some type of offer or proposal that, you know, that may be unexpected to you, and it may be different than anything you've ever thought of doing, and you have to consider whether or not you're going to accept it. And that's where the risk is. You know, it's you taking a leap of faith and doing something brand new, you know, embarking on a new adventure, whether it's with your career, or it can even be with a relationship, or just some opportunity that that is brand new to you. You know, dignity, works, lineage, awards. Yeah, honor. I feel like some of you are being it could be about like a promotion, like you're like being, I don't know, I want to say, you know how some workplaces they have the employee of the month or employee of the year or that type of thing. I think some of you may be receiving that type of acknowledgement at work. But that with that acknowledgement, it's the award or reward can be an offer being made to you that is going to take you on a different path. That may take you on a different path. Okay. Yeah, it's so the bottom is like deep thinking, remember, soft puzzle, code word, true. I feel like this is something that you're really gonna have to, like, considering the fact that the roll the dice card came out, it's something that you're gonna have to consider. It's something that you're gonna have to think about. It's not a decision that you need to you should feel rushed with, you know. It's something that you really need to think about, because if it's going to take you to a new place, then in some way you have to think about in what ways that new journey, this new pathway is going to affect you. You know, is it going to improve your finances? Are you willing to, you know, put in the work and learn new skills, or take on new responsibilities? That type of thing. So this is looking good. I don't want to harp on that too much. It may be scary because I saw the torment card. So like the thought of trying something new or doing something new, or like, yeah, like embarking on a new path, diverging, or no, not diverting. Is it diverting? For some reason I can't think of the word, but it's like you taking a different route. Maybe scary, but don't overthink it. Don't overthink it to the point that you cannot sleep, you cannot eat. You know, don't. It's supposed to be a good thing, so don't make it a bad thing by overthinking this opportunity when it comes to you, if it comes to you. Because this reading's for whoever it may resonate with. Now let's go into love. I'm using my iPhone to film because my Samsung, it fell and has a little hairline crack right on the lens, where the lens is, so it creates like this light show. So let's see what goes on the left for the week ahead. What messages collective need to know for the week ahead? I'm gonna timestamp this. It's gonna be 9/22 for love. What messages does the collective need to know? We got karma, consequences, cause, effect. That's so, and then you see the moon there, so that's a waning crescent moon, no, waxing crescent. All right, so that's a couple of days after the new moon, which is on the 24th. So if you were waiting for some payback or some resolution for something that you've experienced in the past, It may be coming soon. It may be coming within this week. I would say by Friday or wait, let me see. Today's the 20th. 1, 2, 3, 4. I would say Saturday. Between Friday and Saturday. Even Sunday. Between Friday and Sunday. The 25th through the 27th. You may see something. You may get some news. You may hear something. That's gonna, I want to say vindicate you in some way. Or clear you. Okay. It could be with love. Maybe somebody screwed you over and then you're going to find out something happened to them between Friday the 25th and Sunday the 27th. It could even be the 28th, Monday the 28th. This is the waxing crescent moon phase. Anything else? What is this karma about, Spirit? Well, let's see. What is this karma about? When I was doing a pre-shuffle, I saw the word, I saw apology. So maybe somebody is going to apologize to you. Maybe someone's going to admit that they did something wrong and they're going to apologize. Stress, turbulence, tension, arguments. So this could be something that you may experience in a past love relationship. There may have been some arguments and disagreements and stress, and you really don't know what's going on. And there's going to be some level of clarity coming in. There's going to be, like I said, somebody's going to come forward. They're going to apologize. They want to tell you something, admit to something, acknowledge something, hold themselves accountable for something that they've done. They're going to reveal their true intentions, especially if you weren't exactly sure what was going on, but in some way you felt wronged. Yeah, you may have been feeling bitter, resentment, anger, hurtful words. So there may have been some hurtful words that were spoken. They may have been spoken in anger. Because I know that happens to me. Like when I'm upset, I'm like, let me be by myself, because I'm not going to say something I'm going to regret, and I really don't like having regrets, you know? Anything else? Ooh, so it seems like there's going to be some resolution coming through. Clarity coming in. That's going to relieve some level of stress that you may have been experiencing, but it may be coming in the next weekend. Okay. Yeah, second chance, reconciliation, making amends, opportunity. And I mentioned apology. Yeah, somebody's going to want to make amends. You know, whatever. I think when I think of the bitterness, I'm thinking a sour taste. Somebody probably left a sour taste in your mouth. They probably left you. They probably, whatever happened, it probably made you look at this person differently than you did in the past. And the bottom is hoping, expecting, faith, manifesting. You know, as we are going into the new moon, and new moons are about setting new intentions. So, and the fact that intentions came out with clarity, because clarity is supposed to come with the full moon. You know, that's when things start to get revealed. Things come to light. You know, that's when the moon is directly across from the sun, and that's why it's fully illuminated. So something maybe coming into may have been illuminated to you during the last full moon, which was in Capricorn. And Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is all about karma. So I think you're going to be receiving some like vindication in some way, or you're going to be receiving an apology because of some level of stress about something that you learned within the past few weeks about someone or something, and this person may be coming back to reconcile, to make amends with the second chance card. And I told you that I saw the apology card during the pre-shuffle. I saw other cards, but the apology card really stood out to me. But the only reason I bring it up is because of the karma, the clarity, the stress, you know. So that seems to be the message, you know. This card came flipped out, established family security. So this may be having to do with a family situation. This could be with a spouse. It doesn't have to be a romantic situation. This could be, because love is, you know, we have love for our family, we have love for our friends, we have love for our partners, love for our job. But if, you know, take the message as it resonates with you. But somebody wants to, I feel like they want a second chance, and they make amends, and they want an opportunity to rebuild the foundation, or to stabilize the foundation, stabilize the situation in some way, so that both of you feel some level of security, and somebody does hope that you will have an open door for them. Because you see in this, I guess not. Maybe you don't want to have an open door, you know, or maybe you're wanting someone to leave the door open for you. So it's depending on your situation, but somebody does want there to be an open door where they can come forward, make amends, possibly apologize, bring some clarity, reduce any stress, and to improve the situation for whatever it's worth. Yeah. But I would say beware of anybody who may be putting on a false mask, who may be doing this just so that they can, you know, have an open door to start up their bullshit. And you know exactly who I'm talking about. So you know who I'm talking about if this resonates with you. Okay, so please use your discernment. If you already know this person's MO, you already know how they operate, then you know what to do. You decide if the door is worth opening up for. This is why the card fell out of my hand, because some of you, you're gonna not close that door. You're gonna slam that shit shut, because whoever this person is, you're already onto their bullshit. Rejection. Yeah. So depending on your situation, this is exactly what you're gonna do, and you're gonna keep the door shut. Not allow this person back in to cause any damage, to cause you any more stress or bitterness, because they've already caused enough damage, if it's that severe, you know. So I'm gonna leave the reading there. I hope it helps you in some way, and if it does, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'm wishing you a great week ahead, and I'm sending you lots of love and light. Bye.